All right, so everyone's talking about the budget for season 2 of Arcane.
Yeah.
Especially after those numbers hit the news.
Huge numbers.
We're talking $250 million.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's $250 million.
A lot of money.
Even Hollywood's raising an eyebrow at that.
For sure.
For our deep dive today, we got 2 main sources.
Okay.
A Collider article that breaks it all down.
Nice.
And of course, we got to check the League of Legends subreddit.
Oh, he's got to check Reddit.
See what those opinions are.
Always a lot of opinions.
What's fascinating to me is that we're not just talking about the price tag itself, right?
Right.
Like, why would Riot Games, who we know for League of Legends,
Uh-huh.
invest so heavily in a show?
Yeah, that's a great question.
And what does that tell us about how they're approaching entertainment in general? Plus, we'll get into what's next for Arcane and the world they built.
Can't wait.
So yeah, what's really captured people's attention is that this budget isn't just big.
Right.
It's almost unheard of.
Totally unheard of.
For an animated series.
Yeah.
Coming from a company that primarily makes video games.
I mean, for sure, that's what they're known for.
And it sparked so much debate online.
Of course it has.
Lots of people comparing it to the budgets of these big budget live action shows.
Makes sense.
Yeah, I saw those comments on Reddit too.
Oh, yeah.
Some people are like, what are they doing? Are they crazy?
Uh-huh.
Some people are like, this is so ambitious. This is incredible.
I like those people.
It's a gamble.
Huge gamble.
Pour that much money into a show. Especially when the track record for video game adaptations
Not great.
has not been stellar.
Not stellar at all.
So it definitely is a gamble.
It is.
But this isn't just like throwing money at a problem.
Right.
If we dig into this Collider article,
Okay, let's dig in.
we start to see that Riot is taking a very different approach
Interesting.
than a traditional studio would.
How so?
So what makes their approach so different?
Well, for one, they're doing a lot in-house.
Okay.
They've assembled their own team,
Okay.
which includes a star-studded voice cast.
Oh, yeah, right.
We're talking Haley Steinfeld,
Yeah.
Ella Purnell.
Big names.
But it goes even beyond that.
Okay.
They are super heavily involved in the music production.
Interesting.
Like painstakingly syncing it up to the animation.
Wow.
And there's a quote from Alex Seaver.
Okay.
He's the executive music producer.
Okay.
That, I think, really highlights this.
Okay, what's the quote?
He says, and I quote, "We are not a film and television studio.
Okay.
We're a game company.
Makes sense.
We didn't lease out the work to traditional people in film and television. We have talks every single week. We're in communication."
So it's like they're applying that same level of detail and control they have
Right.
with their games to the show.
Makes sense?
I'm imagining them like hunched over every frame of the animation, debating each note of the music.
Totally. I mean, that's actually a pretty accurate picture.
Really?
And that level of involvement might seem excessive to some.
Yeah.
It really seems to be a key part of why Arcane has resonated
Right.
so strongly with viewers.
Yeah, because let's be honest.
Yeah.
The show is stunning.
It's beautiful.
So visually, it's on another level.
It is.
And the storytelling, the music, it all just comes together so beautifully.
Yeah.
Maybe that's the secret sauce.
Maybe.
This hands-on, meticulous approach
That could be it.
that a traditional studio just wouldn't have the time or the passion for.
Interesting. You know, that's a fascinating point.
Yeah.
It makes me think about how we often talk about efficiency
Yeah.
in creative industries.
Right.
But what if Riot is showing us that sometimes?
Yeah.
Slowing down, getting deeply involved,
Yeah.
and prioritizing quality over speed
Uh-huh.
is what leads to truly exceptional results.
It's like they're saying, forget the traditional model. We're going to do this our way.
Yeah.
Even if it costs more.
Even if it takes longer.
And takes longer.
Yeah.
Which honestly is kind of refreshing.
I agree.
In a world that's so obsessed with deadlines and bottom lines.
Definitely. Absolutely. And it raises a really important question
Yeah, what's that?
about the nature of creative investment.
Okay.
Are they seeing Arcane as a standalone product that needs to turn a profit?
Okay.
Or is it more of a long-term investment in the League of Legends brand? Because those are very different mindsets.
Yeah. I'm glad you brought that up.
Yeah.
Because the Reddit threads are exploding
Oh, I bet.
with debates about exactly this point.
Yeah.
Some people are saying there's no way a show can recoup a budget of $250 million.
Right.
Even if it's incredibly popular.
Yeah.
But then other people are pointing out that Arcane is doing a lot more than just entertaining viewers.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Think about the impact it's having.
Right.
On the League of Legends universe as a whole.
Okay.
I mean, the Collider article touches on this briefly.
Yeah.
But the Reddit discussions really highlight the specifics.
Okay, like what?
We're talking increased skin sales within the game.
Interesting.
A surge of new players joining.
Wow.
After watching Arcane.
That's awesome.
And just a general boost in interest and excitement around League of Legends as a whole.
So it's less about Arcane making money on its own.
Yeah.
It's more about it acting as this like giant, beautifully animated advertisement for the entire League of Legends universe.
Yeah.
Which, when you think about it, that's a pretty genius marketing strategy.
It really is. Because they're not just throwing ads in people's faces.
Yeah.
They're creating a compelling, emotionally resonant experience. That draws people into the world of League of Legends.
Yeah.
Makes them want to be a part of it.
And they're pulling in people who maybe never even considered playing League of Legends before.
Strudel.
How many of your friends who weren't gamers?
I know so many.
Suddenly became obsessed with Jinx and Vi after watching Arcane.
Right. I know a ton.
It's proof that this kind of world building through storytelling can be so effective.
Incredibly.
Okay, so we've established that Riot's playing the long game.
Yeah, they are.
They're not just trying to make a quick buck with Arcane.
Right.
They're building something bigger. But Season 2 is the last season of Arcane.
Right.
What happens next?
That's where things get even more interesting.
Okay, I like it.
So the Collider article mentions that co-creator Christian Linke has been kind of dropping these hints about new projects set in the League of Legends universe.
Interesting.
Specifically, he's mentioned exploring other regions.
Okay.
Like Noxus and Ionia.
Cool.
Now, if you're familiar with the League of Legends lore...
Which, let's be real, most of our listeners are.
Yeah, of course.
Right.
You'll know that Noxus and Ionia are like incredibly rich and diverse.
Okay.
In terms of their cultures and characters.
Okay.
Noxus is all about military might.
Okay.
And political intrigue.
Gotcha.
You got ruthless leaders, powerful mages, and a whole lot of backstabbing.
Oh, that sounds dramatic.
It is. And then you have Ionia, which is almost the complete opposite.
Okay.
It's a land that's focused on spiritual balance.
Okay.
Harmony with nature.
Gotcha.
Ancient traditions.
Okay.
You know, think peaceful monks.
Yeah.
Mystical creatures.
Okay.
A deep connection to the spirit world.
So basically, we could see a whole range of new stories and genres explored within this universe. We could have political thrillers set in Noxus.
Yeah.
Epic fantasy adventures in Ionia.
Yeah.
Maybe even some like romantic comedies sprinkled in there.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, why not?
The possibilities are pretty much endless.
Wow.
And what's particularly exciting is that Linke stressed the importance of finding the right vision, the right story, and the right people for these new projects. And it suggests that they're not just churning out content for the sake of it.
Right.
They're carefully considering each new story they want to tell.
Which makes me think, if they're applying that same meticulous quality over quantity approach to these new projects, we might be in for a little bit of a wait.
Yeah, that's true.
Arcane took years to make.
Yeah, I did.
It sounds like they're not going to rush anything.
That's a good point.
Yeah, but you know what they say.
What's that?
Good things come to those who wait.
It's true.
And if Riot's track record is anything to go by, I think we're in for a real treat.
I agree. This brings up another question.
Okay.
That I think a lot of people are wondering about.
And what's that?
What does all this mean for the future of video game adaptations in general? It's a good question.
Arcane seems to be breaking the mold a little bit.
It really does.
But will other companies try to replicate that success?
Yeah. I mean, that's the question on everyone's mind, right?
Totally.
I mean, for so long, video game adaptations have been stuck in this cycle of just mediocrity, rushed productions, shallow storytelling, just a general lack of respect for the source material.
Yeah.
It's like Hollywood just saw dollar signs.
Right.
But not the heart of what made these games special.
Exactly. And Arcane feels different.
It does.
They managed to, like, capture the essence of League of Legends, but also create a story that's compelling even if you've never touched the game.
Right.
It makes you wonder if this could be like a turning point for the whole genre.
I think it could be.
Really?
And it all goes back to that budget.
Yeah.
It's a sign that Riot is willing to put their money where their mouth is.
Okay.
Invest in quality and take the time to get it right. They're not just churning out another forgettable adaptation.
Yeah.
They're trying to create something with like actual artistic merit.
And it seems to be working.
It does.
I mean, the show's been praised by critics. It's been praised by fans.
Yeah.
It's having a huge cultural impact.
I mean, it's like they've cracked the code.
Yeah.
On how to make a video game adaptation that is both commercially successful and artistically satisfying.
It's like the dream. Right.
It is the dream.
To see more of these game worlds that we love brought to life with this level of care and attention to detail.
Oh, gosh, the possibilities.
Right.
Think about it.
Yeah.
We could have these epic fantasy sagas based on Elder Scrolls.
Oh, man.
Gritty sci-fi thrillers set in the Mass Effect universe.
Yeah.
Maybe even like a heartwarming coming-of-age story.
Okay.
Based on Animal Crossing.
Now you're getting me carried away. But seriously, if Arcane inspires other studios to up their game, to really see the potential in these stories, it could lead to like a golden age of video game adaptations.
Wouldn't that be amazing?
That would be so cool.
Yeah. It's an exciting thought.
It is.
But, you know.
Yeah.
It all circles back to that debate about passion versus efficiency.
Right.
Can this level of dedication to quality be sustained?
Right.
Especially in an industry that's so driven by profits and deadlines.
Yeah, I see your point.
Yeah.
There's a risk that other companies will just see Arcane's success and just be like, okay, let's throw a ton of money at it.
Exactly.
And hope for the best.
Yeah.
But without that genuine passion, that deep understanding of the source material,
exactly,
it's probably going to fall flat.
It's not just about the budget.
Right.
It's about the people behind the project.
Yeah.
Their commitment to the story and their willingness to take risks.
Which brings us back to Riot and their plans for the League of Legends universe.
Right.
We know Season 2 is the end of Arcane, but they've hinted at exploring other regions, like Noxus and Ionia.
Yeah, those are going to be cool.
What kind of challenges do you think they'll face?
That's a good question.
In bringing those areas to life?
Well, each region has its own unique challenges.
Okay.
I think Noxus, with its complex political landscape and morally ambiguous characters, could be really tricky to navigate.
Yeah.
You know, they'll have to find a way to portray the brutality of that world without alienating viewers.
And then there's Ionia.
Right. Ionia is going to be interesting.
With its focus on spirituality and balance, might be difficult to translate visually.
Yeah.
How do you capture the essence of a mystical spirit realm on screen?
You're going to need a lot of creativity.
Yeah.
A lot of ingenuity.
Yeah.
But I have faith in Riot's ability to pull it off.
Okay.
They've proven with Arcane that they're not afraid to push boundaries.
Yeah.
Experiment with different visual styles, different storytelling techniques.
And remember what Linke emphasized.
Yeah.
About finding the right vision, the right story, and the right people.
Right.
That suggests they're not just going to rush into these new projects.
No.
They're taking their time to make sure that each story is told the best way possible.
It's going to be great. I think that patience will be key to their success.
Okay.
Because these worlds are complex.
Yeah.
And they deserve to be treated with respect.
Speaking of respect, I think it's worth acknowledging.
Yes.
The incredible artists and animators at Fortiche Production who brought Arcane to life.
They did a phenomenal job.
The level of detail and artistry in the animation,
it's amazing,
is just mind-blowing.
It really is. And it's a testament to Riot's commitment to collaboration.
Yeah.
They've partnered with a studio that shares their passion for quality and innovation.
Yeah.
It's a reminder that great storytelling is often a team effort.
It's not just about the visuals either.
Right.
The music, the voice acting, the writing. It all comes together so seamlessly.
It flows.
It's clear that everyone involved in this project just poured their heart and soul into it.
They did. And that's what makes Arcane so special.
Yeah.
It's a labor of love. And that passion shines through in every frame.
Yeah.
It's a reminder that even in a world obsessed with efficiency and bottom lines, there's still room for artistry, creativity, and a genuine desire to tell meaningful stories.
Beautifully said. Okay, so as we wrap up our deep dive into the world of Arcane and Riot's ambitious plans.
Totally.
I want to circle back to the listener and ask, what stands out to you about all of this? What makes this whole Arcane thing so different from the other game adaptations that just haven't worked?
I think what strikes me is that Riot seems to really understand that adaptation isn't just about, like, replicating what's already there.
Yeah.
It's about translation.
Okay.
They've taken the essence of League of Legends, the characters, the world, those big themes, and translated it into this new medium, a new way of telling a story.
It's like they're not just telling a story. They're building a bridge between these two worlds, the world of gaming and the world of television.
Yeah, I love that.
And they're doing it with so much care and attention to detail that it feels seamless.
It does. And that's what is so exciting about the future of Arcane and the League of Legends universe.
Yeah.
They're not just creating content, they're creating a whole ecosystem.
Wow.
Of stories, each with its own unique flavor and perspective.
It's like they're inviting us to explore this world from every angle, to discover new depths and complexities that maybe we've missed before.
Yeah.
And they're doing it in a way that feels both familiar and fresh. Yeah.
Honoring the source material, but pushing the boundaries of what we think is possible with animation and storytelling.
For sure. They're showing other companies that it is possible to do it right.
Yeah.
To make adaptations that are both faithful and innovative.
Yeah. It's a high bar they've set.
Oh, yeah.
But I think it's a challenge that other studios are ready to meet.
I think so, too.
I think ultimately everybody wants to see these beloved game worlds brought to life.
Yes.
In a way that honors that legacy and excites a new generation of fans.
Absolutely. Maybe Arcane is just the beginning.
Wow.
Maybe it's the spark.
Okay.
That ignites a whole new wave of creative, passionate, and truly exceptional video game adaptations.
That's the dream.
It is.
And to you, dear listener, we leave you with this.
Okay.
What game world would you love to see brought to life on screen?
Good question.
And what kind of story would you tell within that world?
Think about it.
Until next time, keep diving deep.